Hey everyone, it's Dr. Ramani. Welcome back to this YouTube channel on narcissism and narcissistic relationships. So, ever been in a situation when the narcissistic person you're with actually thinks that they are the catch? Let's talk about this dynamic. I mean, it shouldn't be that surprising that they walk around thinking that they're the catch. So, here's a short answer. If anyone ever self-refers to themselves as being a catch, that's a red flag. Healthy, self-aware people don't do that. Now, you may have healthy self-esteem and self-appraisal, and you know that you're a good person, you know that you're a good supportive partner, but you don't walk around thinking of yourself as a catch. That's something that's a little bit more narcissistic-y. Now listen, it is not unusual for the narcissistic person to think that they, of course, are the catch, that they were the big get, that they're oh so desirable to other people. It's the unfettered and almost delusional grandiosity that narcissistic people maintain, and it's that delusional grandiosity that's talking. They kind of really believe it, and misbelief actually sets the foundation for the devaluation that will come in this relationship. So where does this all come from for them? Why do they think they're the catch? Well, it's the insecurity, right? The challenge with narcissistic folks is that when we know that what's fueling a lot of what they're about is their insecurity, it's a bit of a double-edged sword. It gives a lot of explanatory heft as to why they are the way they are, but at the same time, it also fuels the trauma-bonded justifications that are why we get stuck. Oh, they're insecure, right? Narcissistic people are caught in a perpetual catch-22 when they are in relationships. The grandiose defenses are a protection against their insecure core. For the narcissistic person, they want someone who is all that, right? They want a partner who is great in terms of whether it's on the basis of appearance or their accomplishments or their social status, whatever that is. But that is because that's what they feel entitled to, and it helps them feel good and important. But the problem is when the partner that they pursue or that they get is really all that, then the narcissistic person is consumed with that fear of rejection and abandonment. Because the more you are as their partner, the greater the power you have, I guess. They cannot tolerate that sort of lack of power or loss of power in a relationship. So they make up stories in their own mind, and they sell themselves on the grandiose belief that they are the catch. It is intolerable for them to cognitively know that they are punching above their weight class with you. So even if you are all that and then some, the best, the mostest, whatever it is, they will have to mentally make you smaller in their mind and in the things that they say about you. So they will say nonsensical things about how they are the one who is the catch. And they will provide complex rationalizations for why they are the catch, or they might even provide downright fabrications. Things like, I could have had anyone and I chose you. That kind of BS. Now this gets really messy if for some reason the narcissistic person does actually have greater social status. For example, they may make significantly more money, or they have more notoriety, or they have whatever form of greater social status they have, or they're way more attractive. They may actually pursue partners who ostensibly do have lower social status, because then the relationship already has the built-in power differential. Maybe their partner, the narcissistic person's partner, has the one thing they want. For example, the way they look, or that they're much younger, or whatever the thing is. But otherwise, there would be a big difference. And again, that idea of, aren't I the catch? He, she, they're lucky to have me. The narcissistic person has to believe that they are the catch. Because if they don't, then that means you have the power to abandon and kind of psychologically eviscerate them. And that anxiety that they could be rejected is either turned into rage because of the shame of the thought of, what if I'm not the catch, that may percolate up for them from time to time, or into grandiosity, and they double down on the idea of being the catch. So listen, this doesn't happen in a vacuum. You are in a relationship with them. And with a narcissistic person, it's a long game of indoctrination. So regardless of who is the alleged catch in a relationship, this relationship is a hot, cold, gaslighted mess that may slowly solidify into a trauma-bonded mess where you consistently justify and rationalize. And as they say nonsense about how they are the catch, the gaslighting will destabilize you enough, and it becomes plausible that they may be the catch, and then you may have internalized their projections and fears about being rejected and abandoned. This is, of course, an even more pronounced and difficult cycle if the narcissistic person actually is bringing something to the table. So if they actually do have their big, fat, fancy job, or are super attractive, or has something that publicly sort of gives them catch status. But the narcissistic person will actually say this stuff about being a catch in public and imply that they are this so-called catch. And it kind of seems like they mean it. And so if you even have a shred of your own insecurity, it can play on that deeply. Healthy, well put together people do not walk around thinking of themselves as catches. Right off the bat, if someone self-identifies as a catch, that's a red flag. If you meet someone who is posturing as the catch, instead of questioning yourself, take it in as the warning that it is. Listen, if you want to view it from a catch model, we are all catches, right? If you're a decent human being, you're a catch. But that is not what the narcissistic person means. And if they ever view you as the person who is lucky that you got them, look alive. It is not a good sign. Hope that's helpful, and thanks again.